Tommy Robinson has came out and blasted Nigel Farage and branded him a coward, as it is claimed that he and the Reform Party have fired cheap shots and aimed slander at him. Some from the outside may be confused, since on the outside they are fighting for the same thing. It's a fiery 3-minute clip that we will watch and react to together. But first hit the like and subscribe button and join our fast-growing community. So let's see what Tommy has had to say.
Just a quick one on my thoughts before people want to say I'm causing divisions. I've had to stand and watch. Yeah? I currently face 4 years in prison. I face a counter-terrorism charge. I've had to sit and watch as Nigel has lied to people on TV about these cases. He's told, no, in fact, he's not even mentioned the film that I faced 4 years for. He presents on TV. He's got multi-million-pound contracts to be a presenter. He's meant to be alternative. He's not opened his mouth on a documentary that's been watched by 51 million people of you. 51 million of you. He's not opened his mouth. Because Nigel never opens his mouth about difficult things. That's the reality. Yeah? That's the reality. So Nigel, when I was detained under counter-terrorism, which of course, I'm going to share a link, I'm going to quote tweet this. Nigel went on and said I wasn't. He said I wasn't. That I made it up. That I lied. In an interview, that's what he said. Do you know how frustrating that is? And do you know how frustrating it is when you've got all these problems thrown at you, and then you watch someone who's meant to be, like I don't mind if Nigel don't want to talk about it, but to continually kick us, to paint me as instigating the riots. He shared fake news. He shared that it was a Syrian refugee. He did. And then to try and kick it away, he kicks us. And he doesn't just kick me. He kicks everyone like me. Everyone in our movement. Nigel's riding the wave that's been built by a movement of people. A movement of people who lost their job, have been in prison, been violently attacked, and for tirelessly for 15 years have tried to warn the British public. Nigel's now riding that wave. And he wants to ride that wave and just whack everyone else. Because he's not bothered, because he knows there's no risk. He knows there's no other political option. So he can do it. He can continuously attack us. Do you know when I'm in prison October 28th, you expect Nigel or Reform to speak up about the injustice and the unlawful imprisonment of a journalist for telling the truth, whilst I'm sitting on solitary confinement for 2 years? No, he'll sit on TV and justify it like he did last time. When I went to jail last time when I was unlawfully taken off the streets, it was proven unlawful. Nigel sat on TV and justified it. So before people say I'm causing division, Nigel acts against us more than many others. Nigel continually attacks us like it's the establishment. It seems pretty similar, doesn't it? He does more time to attack us than many left-wing groups, many conservatives. I haven't had any conservative politicians smashing me the way Nigel continues to. Have you? And I think it's unfair, and it frustrates me massively. So, unfortunately, in Reform, do I see a political party that are going to challenge Islamisation of our country? No, Nigel's a coward, mate. He'll never tell the truth about Islam. Ever. Never has. Never even mentioned it. Think about all the jihad attacks we've had. He's never ever had a discussion around Islam or the teachings of Islam. Never once. Yeah? People say, oh, he has to play it clever. People make excuses for him. It's total cowardice. Right now, we don't need cowards. Right now, Nigel knows there's no other political option. That's why he does this, yeah? But I'm pretty fed up. It's getting pretty tiring, continually seeing someone sit and lie about me. And not just lie about me, but defame my supporters. Defame the decent British public who come out on the streets as part of our movement. Not just defame them, but silence them. Make them lose their positions within his party. Kick them out of his party. Because they dare to have an opinion that's based on truth. It's pretty frustrating. Nigel, Richard Tice makes from Matt Hancock when he is book launch or something. Do you know what I mean? This is really the establishment. It's the establishment. I want to.
In other news, Prince Harry has left fans baffled after they noticed a bizarre detail during his latest outing. The Duke of Sussex attended the annual Santa Barbara 1805 live event in California on Friday evening. The father of two wore a dapper suit and slip-on shoes, but appeared to not be wearing any socks in what many deemed to be a bizarre fashion choice. One royal watcher wrote on social media, "Harry has really embraced the slip-on, no sock shoe. Not a fan." Another said, "Harry appeared in a suit but was not wearing socks for the occasion." He cracked a joke about how he, a former pilot, and Lauren Courtney felt more at home behind a cockpit than on stage. How rude to make it about him while presenting the Guy's Award in bare feet. However, a fan of the Sussexes came to Harry's defence, writing, "Papa Sussex debuted new shoes." This was not the first time Prince Harry went without socks in public. During an interview with Meghan Markle on CBS in August, the Duke of Sussex wore slip-on shoes without any socks. Prince Harry presented an award to a fellow helicopter pilot at the 1805 live event, hosted by Kevin Costner, on Friday evening. The event was held to celebrate the heroic actions of first responders. Harry attended the event last year, with many hoping his wife Meghan Markle would accompany the Duke for the 2024 event. A source at the event told the Mirror, "We were all hoping Meghan would attend like she did last year, but the word is that she is sick and could not make it." Harry presented an award to local helicopter pilot Lauren Courtney, soon after arriving at 7 p.m. At least 4 people have died, and dozens have been injured in a mass shooting in Alabama, police have said. Dozens of police cars have been seen lining the streets in the 5 Points South area of Birmingham. One Birmingham police officer, Truman Fitzgerald, said, "Multiple shooters fired multiple shots on a group of people." Police at the scene found the bodies of 2 men and 1 woman. A 4th victim, a woman, died of her wounds in hospital, Fitzgerald confirmed. No suspects have been arrested as officers investigate whether the gunmen were on foot or whether it may have been a drive-by shooting. Writing on X, the Birmingham Police Department said, "Officers are on the scene of multiple people shot with possibly multiple casualties." WBMA reported that 4 of those injured in the incident are believed to have life-threatening injuries. They added that the shooting likely occurred around 11 p.m. on Saturday night. Police are investigating whether the guns, which could be semi-automatic, were fitted with a switch to allow for a faster rate of fire. Birmingham Police Department has requested the assistance of the FBI and ATF to aid in the investigation. Authorities are continuing to seek witnesses and information. "There is no greater resource than the public," Fitzgerald said. "We will do everything we possibly can to make sure we uncover, identify and hunt down whoever is responsible for preying on our people this morning." Lastly, the Met Office has issued a rare amber weather warning as they forecast that heavy rain could lead to mass flooding. Issued around 10 a.m. on Sunday, the warning for heavy rain is set to affect a large area of the Midlands and will touch on Yorkshire and Humber and London and South East England. The warning will be in place from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Monday, the 23rd of September. The Met Office warning read, "Heavy rain is expected to produce some flooding and travel disruption." The Met Office warned, "An area of heavy rain is expected to develop across central and southern England during the earlier hours of Monday, edging north and west, and then becoming slow-moving somewhere across the warning area for several hours. It will then weaken and move away eastwards later Monday evening and overnight. Not all counties within the warning area will be equally affected, but it seems likely that some areas will see 60 to 80 millimetres, and a few places may receive 100 to 120 millimetres or more. This is likely to result in travel disruption and some flooding. Lightning may be an additional hazard in places. The National Weather Service adds that the rain could lead to potentially dangerous road conditions and warns that, if you must travel, ensure you watch for possible danger and drive cautiously. Additional advice issued warns residents that it is not safe to drive, walk or swim through floodwater. Avoid it where possible, and if you are affected by fast-flowing or deep water, call 999 and wait for help. The area of the amber warning overlaps with a separate yellow weather warning issued by the Met Office yesterday. In the yellow alert, which covers a much larger area and extends to the East Midlands, East of England, London and South East England, North West England, South West England, Wales, West Midlands and Yorkshire and Humber, is set to last for 24 hours from midnight Sunday to midnight Monday. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.